Hey everybody, it's Ann. Welcome back. Um, Yesterday I did my first video here on YouTube and it was exciting. And now, we've created a monster because here I am again in front of some of my books. Because yes, I do own a lot more than just this. And you know what? I'm like, yeah, let's tell that story about the first time I went to go see the Ramones because hopefully it's a funny story. Maybe not in these day and ages, but I'm going to tell it to you anyway. So you can see I have this shirt on, Subterranean Jungle 1983. The shirt mostly fits me. I wore this shirt last summer when I weighed a couple more pounds than I do now. And I was told maybe it was time to not wear that shirt anymore because it didn't fit. So it fits and I'm going to wear it. Although I hate how high the neck is. Anyway, I digress. So the Ramones, my sister got me into the Ramones, probably in 1981-ish. So yeah, I had, I wasn't there in the first wave, I know, but I was a little bit, I'm 4.5 years younger than my sister. So she got to go out and see all the good bands at all the good venues and me not so much because I wasn't just not quite old enough and didn't have anyone to take me. So 1983, somehow I found out that the Ramones were coming to town. Remember, there was no internet at the time, so you couldn't just follow a band on Facebook or, Google search it and find out when is a band coming. It was like you had to have a subscription to one of the rock magazines like Cream or something, and I didn't. So I have no idea how I knew the Ramones were coming. Maybe someone told me. But I graduated from high school a semester early in January, or at least I didn't have to go to school anymore after January, which was awesome. And before then, I found out the Ramones were coming. And I asked my friend Bill, who's into like a lot of new wave and punk rock bands in high school, if he wanted to go. Like, not like a date, but I was trying to be brave a little bit like that. He's like, yeah, sure. Just let me know when, let me know when. Okay, well then January comes. I stopped going to school again. No cell phones, no internet. You basically have the phone, hardwired to the wall with a really long cord. And I was an introvert at the time. I know that surprises everybody, but I was. And I didn't call Bill, but I really wanted to go see the Ramones. And I was like, I don't know what to do. So I asked my dad, can I go downtown Detroit, which 1983, it was the spring. Maybe not such a good idea. Myself. My dad's like, yeah, you can go. Who are you going with? Because he didn't want me to go by myself. I said, well, my friend Bill is going to go. And my dad was like, okay, that's fine then. I'm like, that was easy. Problem is I never called Bill on the phone because I was scared and I wasn't going to drive over to the high school and like wander the hallways during school and to look for him to ask him like, hey, you still want to go see the Ramones? That kind of thing. So I'm like, cool, I get to go, but I really don't want to go by myself. That would not be a good idea. I was 17, right? Spring of 83. So I asked my friend Elaine, who was 16 at the time, did she want to go? And she's like, okay. And I don't even think she knew who the Ramones were at the time. But she said, yeah, I'll go with you. And I'm like, sweet. Grand Circus Theater in downtown Detroit. Well, she told, so my dad doesn't know this story, I don't think. I thought I was going to go with Bill to see the Ramones. It just didn't work out that way. And I never informed my dad otherwise. Not good, but that was my little white lie. And then Elaine told her parents that the concert was at the Royal Oak Music Theater, which was just, down the street, down Woodward. That wasn't true. It was a little further down Woodward. So Grand Circus Theater. We jump in the car that night. Guess what? No tickets. We didn't have tickets. I didn't know how to buy tickets at 17 in high school. I didn't go, my sister 4.5 years older than me. She got to see all the really cool bands at all the really cool venues. And I wasn't quite old enough. So I didn't know how to buy tickets. I just knew they were going to be in town. I figured, let's just go downtown. No idea where Grand Circus Theater even was. Detroit's a really, 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 really big city. And I'm like, well, if we just take Woodward, I'm sure we'll find it. No tickets, no idea where it was. 17-year-old and a 16-year-old girl in like March or April, I think it was. Yeah. So we got in my dad's car. Got in the car, drove down Woodward. We're driving. Come to this area and there's like Grand Circus Road. Oh, it's got to be around here somewhere, right? So we turn and there's this big ass theater building, decrepit, run down. It is now the most gorgeous building in Detroit because it's the Detroit Opera House. Beautiful place that they've restored. 1983, not so much. It was a shithole. So we find the place. We drive around the corner and park. I walk by there all the time when I'm working downtown. I know exactly where I parked. It is so cool to walk by there. Like, I parked it. Okay, anyway, I digress. So we get out of the car and we walk up to the building. You know, we find a scalper because what else are you going to do when you don't have tickets? And we bought tickets from a scalper and we went inside. That's probably the fun part of the story, but I will just continue. Like I said, it was a shithole and it was a theater that still had all the seats. So, you know, we had really crappy seats at the back of the house somewhere. And I just remember, though, being in the same building with the Ramones. And even though we were super far away from the stage, I remember looking. I'm like, that drummer, I don't understand that drummer. That Marky has like really dark hair or wig. Yeah, I said it. I'm going to hell. And that drummer had light brown hair and I was so confused. Again, I didn't subscribe to any of the rock magazines, so I had no idea. But apparently 2 months before then, Marky was fired, and that's when they brought in Richie Ramone. So my first Ramones concert was with Richie. At least it was Dee Dee and Johnny and Joey. But I remember it was just so loud and so big and cavernous in there that it was hard to tell. Like, they'd start playing a song and about halfway through I'd be like, oh, I know what song that is, because that's how shitty the sound was in there. So that was our big exciting story. And I bought a t-shirt 1983, and that was the first time I saw the Ramones. And actually the second time I went with Elaine again, and that's a different story for you. Hopefully a little bit more exciting. But so I got out look at my record album, my Subterranean Jungle. I have not put this on the record player in quite a while, but let's see. Side 1 has Little Bit of Soul. Oh, I can hear that. Do 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 do. I Need Your Love. Outsider, great song. What'd You Do? I don't even think I know what that song is right now. Highest Trails Above, Somebody Like Me. Side 2, Psychotherapy. Time Has Come Today, My Kind of a Girl. Oh, yeah. In the Park, Time Bomb. And every time I eat vegetables, it makes me think of you. Oh, yes. All right, I might have to listen to this. This is the point where, like, I bought 2 more albums after this, Animal Boy and Too Tough to Die, whichever order they came in. And I'm like, I can't do it anymore. They weren't. And this one was. Anyway, so that is my big exciting, not so exciting Ramones story, but I thought I'd share with you. That's it. I was going to do like a pull a book. Like yesterday I did pull a tarot card. I was like, I'm going to pull a book and just tell you something about it. Chaucer's England. Okay, this one wasn't actually, it looks like it was a library book, so I must have bought this at one of those library sales. And yes, I have read Chaucer in Middle English. Juana de Pril with a shura sota, the truth of Mars is persa to the rota, and bothered every vine and sweet shakur, of which read to engendered is the floor. This is not Chaucer. It is a book about Chaucer. And what is this? Look at a Michigan football schedule from 1991. Boston College, Notre Dame, Florida State, Iowa, Michigan State, Indiana, Minnesota, Purdue, Northwestern, Illinois, and oh, how I hate Ohio State. Go Blue. All right. This came from the Southfield Lathrop Senior High School Library, Southfield Public Schools. All right. So that was the book we pulled. We'll just put one card. Oh, you know what? So I think for my thumbnails, I'm supposed to just like do something. I just knocked my book on the ground. Exciting so that I get a good thumbnail so that people will want to watch my videos. All right. Nine of Swords. Ouch. Nine of Swords is like ouchy, ouchy energy. Like somebody hurt me. And now I'm like all reflecting on it and it sucks. And 9 at least is like completion. And then 10 is like a conclusion. So if you can get through the 9, if you can get through the hurt and move on from it to the 10 and just be done with that bullshit, then you're doing well. But Swords again is air energy, which is like mind fuckery and intuition and shit like that. So if somebody hurt you, you tell me who it is. I'll come after them with Queen of Swords and I'll cut whatever I need to cut off. You just let Anne know. All right, so that is the first time I saw the Ramones. Like I said, I never told my dad. And I know Elaine never told her parents that she wasn't in Royal Oak. She was downtown Detroit. We did make it home okay. I have a souvenir. I can still wear it. I hate how high the neck is, but I can. And I wear my 1983 Subterranean Jungle shirt once in a while, proudly. So you guys have a great evening. I need to go walking. Oh, I keep looking at me like I need to look up here. Mwah. Have a great evening, and I can't wait to ramble at you the next time. Bye, guys. Love you.